on a daily basis, I get letters, Tumblr submissions, tweets, YouTube messages, all from people asking me how to get the person they like to like them back. Now, I'm not pretending to be any agony aunt or relationship guru because I'm probably the furthest from it that you could get. But I did say in a video a while ago that I was your honorary big sister, so I'm going to try and give you the advice that a big sister would give their younger siblings. So how do you get someone to like you? Short answer, honestly, you don't. You can't force anyone to like you or fall in love with you. The proof is in Aladdin. Even when Aladdin had a genie to grant him wishes, one of the rules was you can't make anybody fall in love with you. So even if a genie can't grant you that wish, it ain't happening. The truth of it is that even if you look like the love child of Johnny Depp and Brad Pitt, there's still going to be someone who doesn't find you attractive, even if you fancy the pants off of them. However, if what you mean is how do I get them to notice me, that's a very different question. I've struggled with this myself, so you're talking to someone with a lot of experience in this area. So here are my 5 ways to get that someone to notice you. 1. Approach them, introduce yourself, and start talking. This whole awkward thing on the internet, from I'm so socially awkward to oh that awkward moment when, has created this whole mass of teenagers who are just too scared to talk to new people. It's fine to be a little awkward, everyone is at times, God knows I am, but there comes a time when life requires you to break out of that, and talking to people you're too scared to talk to is one of them. Although, because that awkward thing has become a little bit of a trend and everyone seems to be heading off in that direction, if you're the first one to break away from it, you're definitely going to make an impression and be remembered. 2. Remember that they're just another person. If you found this video by typing in how do I get someone to notice me into the YouTube search bar, by now that person is probably sat on a pedestal way up high in your head. Whenever I've really built myself up to talking to someone that I like, by the time that I do it, I'm looking at them as a superior in my head, and I think that they're so much cooler than me, and whatever I say will just be dumb and stupid or weird, and they'll just laugh at me because I'm an idiot and they're so cool and they are king. You just need to remember that that person is equal to you, and they could be thinking the same things that you are right now. They are in no way superior or inferior to you. They are just another person, but a person you'd like to talk to nonetheless, so go for it. 3. Don't neglect your friends. This may sound irrelevant, but often when you're pining away for someone, you start to forget the other people around you. The guy or girl you like becomes all you think about, and suddenly you forget that you were supposed to be meeting your friend after class. Or your friend had something that they needed your help with and you didn't show up because you were too busy stalking that person on Facebook. Before you know it, you're more alone than to begin with, and how will that look to the person you've been wanting to talk to? If that someone sees you sat alone at lunch and people are quite obviously ignoring you or talking about how you've been neglecting your friends, questions will be asked. So keep your friends around you and talk to them about how you're feeling, and they'll be behind you all the way. 4. Keep your friends close, but don't get them to do the talking for you. This is for 2 reasons. A, it's a little bit juvenile and looks far more grown up for you to do your own talking, no matter how old you are. B, sometimes friends betray you. I had this friend that I once got to go and ask this guy I like for his MSN address at the year 8 disco. Turns out that she quite fancied him too, kept the real address for herself and gave me a fake one. Max Richards and I could be very happy together by now. 5. Warning, this will sound cliched, cheesy and predictable, but it's true nonetheless. Be you. There is no point in introducing yourself to someone if it's not you that you're introducing. So make sure you're not putting on an accent or dressing any differently or walking over there with some swagger. The more yourself you are, the more genuine it is when they like you. And there you are. I've been getting a lot of post recently, which is great. I absolutely love reading it and replying when I can. The only problem is that a few big parcels have been arriving and the postage hasn't been paid correctly when it's been sent. I don't receive my post directly, it has to go through the people at my PO box first. I was told by the woman who collects my post that a parcel arrived the other day and it needed £25 worth of postage to be paid on it. And of course I'd never expect anybody else to pay for my post, so they had to just turn it away and tell me after. I didn't open my PO box so you guys could send me presents. I opened it so that we could communicate in a more personal, handwritten way. So if you want to send something, a letter is fine, but make sure the postage has been paid on it properly. I sound like I work on Blue Peter. And finally, I would like to point out the fact that Psyduck has been sat on my lap for this entire video. Thank you, Alex, for giving it to me. Goodbye. I forgot to tell you that I have Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. I don't know where I'm from. Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. I gave up. Where they usually are. Yep.